Hi everyone. Okay, so today we are doing a love reading about their current feelings for you. Now, this is a specific person you have in your mind. You could be in a relationship with them, in a no contact situation, in a limited contact situation, or you simply like them and you want to know what they feel for you. This is a general reading, which means it may or may not apply to everyone. So please take it only if it resonates with your story. Now, another thing is that energies are always flexible. So whatever story will come out today, these can be your energies or your partner's energies. So please check accordingly. And this goes for cross watchers also, who are here to see for their Libra partners. This reading can be applied to your sun, moon, or rising sign. Now, let me quickly explain you the whole pattern of this reading. We will take cards out for your recent past, present, and upcoming future, and then the overall guidance for you from universe, right? Okay, Libra, so let's do the love reading for the sign of Libra for the month of March. And first we'll take out 3 cards here for the recent past and we'll see what energies are guiding us here. Let's see here. Okay, so we have the Empress over here. We have the Strength over here. And we have the King of Coins over here, okay? All right, so, right. Okay, we have the Empress over here. The Empress is your energy, Libra. Libra, what I'm sensing over here is that you have been trying to be the bigger person in this relationship, in this marriage, in this situationship, whatever it is, Like, you are currently being very understanding, very empathetic, regarding this person's behavior, regarding this person's emotions, actions, everything, okay? It's like you're giving benefit of doubt, right? And you're really giving benefit of doubt over here, because what I'm sensing over here is that you're offering them their world, okay? And they are kind of receiving it. Maybe they're offering you back, but not like what you are offering to them. You're offering the world to them, okay? And they're not offering you back at all for some of you, or even if they're offering, this is something like really less in front of what you are doing, okay? And Libra, you're trying to be patient here because you love this person and you want this connection or marriage to work out, okay? And so even though you know what they are doing is not enough and you have some major expectations from them, okay? But for the time being, okay, you are just kind of going with the flow. You are doing your best. You are doing what your capacity is allowing, and you're being very optimistic about it that tomorrow they will reciprocate it back. Okay, they're not doing it today, but tomorrow they will, because you feel that sometimes, the relationship goes through a phase where one person has to take more responsibility or has to take the responsibility of both the partners. Okay, because if both the people give up, connection is over. So you feel, Libra, even you start acting like how they are acting or how they are behaving, then this relationship or marriage will be over in no time, okay? But being the bigger person is never easy, especially when the other person is only taking. And so even though from the outside you're coming across as someone who's being very patient, polite, and very giving, warm, loving, irrespective of your gender, okay? But from the within, this is taking a toll on you. You could be having some anxiety attacks or, some major overthinking, and you're scared, okay? You're just kind of scared that will this ever be reciprocated? Deep down, you're asking. Yes, you're keeping those hopes, you're keeping that positivity, but deep down, you're asking, will this ever get fine or not? Okay, but you want to stay optimistic right now, so you are not going deeper into that thought. There is a thought within you where you're asking yourself whether this will ever get fine, whether they will ever understand my importance or not, but You're not right now, in like getting involved in that thought, okay? Because you feel that if that thought will take over you, then you might do certain things or say certain things which can damage this connection, okay? So you're holding back and you're trying to be very, very positive over here, right? We have the strength over here. The strength is the energy of this connection. So definitely this connection is testing the strength of both of you, like taking a toll on both of you. Okay, so we already saw, Libra, how it is kind of affecting you. You are really suppressing your feelings, even your frustration, your anger, and you're just trying to put up a brave face over here, a warm face, a loving face, thinking that this is just a phase and it will pass, okay? But I want to say, because strength is the energy of your relationship, so this connection is not coming easy for your partner also, okay? Maybe they feel that your benchmark is too high, Libra, or what you are doing or the way you are doing, so selflessly for this connection, they feel that it is not, for them. Probably they don't have it in them, okay, to be so selfless or to be so brave. Maybe they've never done that for anybody, okay? So they don't know how to match your energy, and this is giving them stress, right? They don't know how you stay so balanced and composed and so strong. They don't know. And they know that you're also expecting, but they don't know how to do it. They either say it or they don't say it, They don't know how to manage their emotions, and they don't know, how do you sacrifice, and they want something, they just get it, That's how they have been. See, I'm not saying they're a bad person. They're not a bad person. But they're not really that evolved person, Libra, that they can go extra mile. Or they can sit and think, that how can I make a relationship work? Okay? For them, they go with one step at a time. Okay? They'll think about the present. They'll not think about the future, not think about the past. And it is a good thing to stay in the moment, but what happens is that it doesn't allow you sometimes, to introspect on the mistakes you've done in the past. And because, there is no introspection, so definitely there is no improvement also. Right? So they're not as evolved, as mature as you are, even if you're younger than them for some of you. And this is creating stress for them, okay? Because if you are planning a surprise and, if you are kind of sacrificing, let's say, some of your career dream or, family gathering or some kind of major thing in your life for them, it definitely makes them happy, but then suddenly they start feeling stressed out that now they also have to do this. Or now you also expect this from them, and they don't know how to deliver it. Because probably they can't sacrifice and they don't want to also. They feel that, let's keep it simple, right? So this is where, the issue is coming, because when you do it for them, they like it. They're not even asking you to not to do it. But then, it gives them the burden that now because you're doing it, they have to do it. So are you understanding? It's like you do it for them, but then don't keep any expectations from them. It is something like that, that they want or they're comfortable with, which is not possible, right? King of Coins, this is your partner's energy. So guys, you're dealing with someone who is very practical. Okay, like they have always been the person, who have not allowed their emotions to drive them. On the other hand, Libra, what I feel is that your emotions have always been the major factor in your life, for you to take decisions. But for them, it has been a balanced approach, okay? There's someone who always calculate that if I do this or if I don't do this, then what is it there for me? What am I getting out of this, And only when they have a satisfactory answer for this, they move ahead. Okay, they've always been like this. Whether it is about choosing their career, choosing their friends, and somewhere choosing you also, Libra. Definitely some of their, some of their target is achieved if you are there with them. See, I'm not saying it has to be a monetary target only, or it has to be some kind of physical target. It can be an emotional target also, that you make them feel loved, but they have definitely calculated and kind of entered this connection or this marriage. They know what you bring to the table. They know it. See, they are not as mature as you are, but that doesn't mean they're naive or they're dumb. They're not dumb, okay? This person, they love that image that they have around themselves, okay? See, from the outside, this person creates a very serious image. But from within, they're not that serious or mature, like I said. But they are very possessive about the image they have created in front of the others, and they will not allow anybody, even you Libra, to damage it in front of their family, in front of their friends, in front of the world. They will not. They come across as someone, who knows a lot, who has a lot of knowledge about different things going on in the world. Okay, maybe politics, maybe economy, maybe sports, everything, they come across like that. And that they know what they're doing, but most of the time they do not know what they're doing. And now, because Libra, you are so deeply involved with them, so you know it, but they don't want anybody to know this. They're very image conscious. They don't even take a joke, in a light way, let me tell you. They might just smile or laugh about it, but deep down, if it's a little extreme joke, they take it very personally. And some of them really keep grudges also, let me tell you that. You're dealing with someone like that. They have a very strong energy of my way or the highway, or how dare you, It's just that they don't say these words. They'll show you the other way, but this is how they are. They want to be with you because, like I said, there is something which is getting fulfilled over here. Okay, but they feel that you're a lot of work. This relationship is a lot of work. Probably when they chose you, or when they chose to be in this connection, they never thought, Libra, that you'll have such high standards. Which is quite disappointing, because all of us want to have a partner, who have high standards in life. But because they feel it's so much of work to manage and maintain your standards, so what could be happening over here, Libra, that either they don't really give you the space, to talk to them openly, or even if you do, they try to shut you down by being a little rude to you, or by making excuses, or fighting with you, that's the kind of energy. But this person is a lot about themselves, and more about that, it's about the aura and the image and the the whole thing that they have created about themselves. They will not allow anyone to ruin it, not even you, Libra, right? And so even though you're being the bigger person, you're doing everything right now, and it's taking a toll on you, and you feel that this person will reciprocate in the future, we'll see if they will or not, because at least in the past energies, they're not. In fact, they're very, very comfortable in how things are going, and they are okay with you taking these steps and you doing everything for this connection, right? Like, they don't want to lift the finger also. Okay, that kind of energy. All right, Libra, so now 3 cards here for the current energies, and we'll see how you are feeling currently, how your partner is feeling currently, and what is happening in this connection right now. Let's see here. Okay, so we have 9 of Wands over here, the World over here, and we have 5 of Swords over here, right? Okay, we have the 9 of Wands over here. Again, this is your partner's energy. So they are being extremely defensive here, extremely defensive, guys. Okay, like, they have created this distance between you and them. Okay, now this could be a physical distance also for some of you, where there is no contact situation going on. If you guys were living together, your partner has moved out, or they forced you to move out, or this is just a very strong emotional distance between both of you, right? But there is distance between both of you. It can be a long distance connection also that we're talking about. Okay, and you guys are, and you're trying to meet them, talk to them, but they are like not really up for it. Okay, but that's this emotional distance between both of you, and you can feel it very strongly, Libra, and you're trying to go forward and trying to talk to them and trying to ask what is wrong or what happened, but they are keeping you at an arm's length, and they're giving you very strong vibes of not messing up with them or of not, kind of bothering them, like stay away right now, I don't want to talk to you, that kind of energy, because they feel, Libra, that, see, they know deep down that whatever concerns you have, and if you're expecting to be treated right, you're expecting to, to be treated the way they have been treating you, you are not wrong, but they are kind of irritated that they have to do it, and because they don't have a lot to kind of say, so either they will not talk to you, right, or they will kind of make excuses to fight with you, to pick up things for no reason, right? That is what is happening over here. But this person is extremely stubborn right now. No matter what you do, Libra, no matter what you say, right now they will keep the distance. They will keep the distance because they know what you expect, they know what your questions are, they know what your concerns are, and they don't want to answer them because they don't want to kind of take that kind of efforts, okay? And of course, they don't want to say no also, because like I said, until the time, they feel that this connection is important to them in any way, they will keep this connection. So right now, it's just a very strong escape strategy going on over here, where they either will shut you down, okay, by picking up fights for no reason, or they will just not talk to you, or they will ghost you out. But this person will not entertain, like they're not currently entertaining this connection or you. They are being extremely defensive, like build this wall around them, like stay away, okay, or I will burn you, that kind of energy, right? So we have the world over here. Now this is the energy of your relationship. So what I'm seeing over here is that this connection is now heading towards some kind of major change, okay? Now, see, world in itself is a very beautiful energy, okay, but which signifies, okay, that there are some permanent grand changes coming, okay? However, these changes can be positive or they can be negative, although I do not really believe in the word negative when it comes to, these major energies. Why? Because, we do not know what is good for us. And so a lot of times, universe chooses for us. That time we may not like it, but, in the long term, we always understand that, okay, that happened for us, for our betterment, right? So something like that I'm sensing over here, that this connection is heading towards some kind of major transformation. Now, this transformation, as of now, right now, what I'm feeling is not about reunion or reconciliation, guys, but it is about you, Libra, okay? Pushing you to finally, see the truth, accept the truth, okay? And stop trying to fix the other person, because that's what you've been trying to do here. You're trying to fix them. You're trying to fix their upbringing. You're trying to fix their value system. You cannot do it, Libra. You can only fix yourself. And that is what is exactly I'm sensing over here, that the changes are coming over here, Libra, so that you now put your energies into the things, which are good for you. You have put a lot of your energies into changing this person, okay? However, you can't change anyone. You can't fix anyone, Libra, until and unless they want to fix themselves. Are you getting me? And so even though it is very painful to accept, okay, that this particular relationship or marriage is kind of falling apart, but then you have to accept that it is what it is. It may get better in the future, who knows? But if you will just keep sitting that everything is fine, I'm going to handle everything, I will handle my part of connection also, their part of responsibility also. No. You're only damaging it more, because see, they are only creating the distance more and more from you, because they know that how much you need them, you want this connection, and so they are doing what they want to do. And so this grand change is all about, seeing the truth and not running away from it and not trying to sugarcoat it, not trying to give that extreme benefit of doubt when you have the truth right in front of you. You can't keep giving benefit of doubt, okay, just because you feel that truth will hurt more. You're already hurting yourself, Libra, right? Because we have Five of Swords, this is your energy, and you're feeling extremely betrayed by this person. You feel you've done so much, you feel you've sacrificed so much. Some of you have really invested yourself into this connection in every way, financially, mentally, physically, emotionally, okay? Like really invested yourself. And now you're just kind of thinking that this person just ignored me, or they're just kind of disrespecting me just like that. You know, it's kind of piercing your heart, and it's kind of just killing you. It's like you're shattered, you know, that. And this is exactly what you need to accept now, because you have been running away from this shattering feeling. You feel that I will be broken into millions of pieces and I will not be able to gather myself. But the fear, it's not the love. Understand one thing, although you love this person, it's the fear of being hurt, of feeling that pain, is what had been driving you to be the bigger person. And that's not how it works, Libra. Fear should never be the motivating factor. Only love should be. But here it had been fear. That's why the world energy was here, to bring those grand changes, to shake that, you know, glass foundation, you know, that weak foundation, so that finally you feel the pain. See, until and unless you'll not feel it, you can't heal it. So don't be scared of feeling the pain, Libra. Don't be scared of facing the truth. Yes, your relationship is falling apart right now. Yes, your marriage is falling apart. And I know it sounds so harsh, but if you'll not accept it, how do you expect that things will be better? Are you getting me? See, I can give a very positive sugarcoat reading to you, but that's not what I do here. I always stay very honest, whether it is general readings or personal readings. Sometimes people get very offended that, why are you saying like this, you know? Why are you even, you know, no, it's all a lie. You don't know how to do it. So I understand that. It always hurts. But then until and unless you'll not face the truth, trust me, you know, you can't attract any kind of healing in that connection. Right? Alright guys, so now I will take out 3 cards here for the immediate future. But before that, I want to say, please understand that energies are flexible, guys. Energies are never rigid, okay? There is no timeline for energy. There is no timeline for universe. It never works on our timelines, right? And so, you know, please don't chase timelines. Ma'am, February readings, ma'am, March readings. I understand the whole structure of the whole model of YouTube, especially with the readers I've become. Some even do daily readings, you know, and see, when the right message is there for you, it will come to you. It will never miss you. But, you know, the overloading of information for the sake of views and likes is not the purpose of the guidance, right? And so please don't do that. Understand one thing, you are a part of the universe. You're too perfect to miss anything that is meant for you. And that is why whenever I'm being given the message that I have to sit and do a particular sign, I just sit and do that particular sign, right? See, everything is happening simultaneously for universe, the past, the present, the future, right? And so whatever will come here, for most of you, yes, it will happen within March, but for others it can happen in August also, November also, next year, right? So just focus on the message, guys, right? Alright, so now I'll take out 3 cards here for the immediate future. And we'll see how you would be feeling, Libra, how your partner would be feeling, and what is coming for this connection, you know. Let's see here. We have the Hierophant here, we have the Ace of Cups over here, and we have the 7 of Wands over here. Alright, okay. We have the Hierophant over here, and this is the energy of your relationship. So definitely this connection is not breaking away. And so if you have been really concerned about whether this marriage will work or not, or whether this relationship will work or not, it will work. It will, you guys will pull it through. Okay, don't worry. This is definitely a difficult phase, but I do not see the separation happening. Like, even if it's a no contact situation, you guys will get an opportunity to make things fine. Okay, so you guys will get an opportunity, to make things fine. Okay, because right, like I said, that there is a purpose why all of this is happening, so that you see the truth and you accept the truth. And because see, what happens is, when you overdo anything, okay, that is also bad, right? Anything extreme is also bad. Now what is happening over here is that because you're being extra sweet, you're being extra understanding, that is actually damaging your relationship rather than saving it, Libra. Because that person is now coming into the habit of taking you for granted, and that is why, all of this is happening, so that you step back. You feel the pain. It's okay, feel it. Right? Because only after some kind of boundary from your side will allow this person, to kind of look towards the truth and do something about it. Because right now, even if they know the truth, they can see it, they don't really pay attention to it. Are you getting me? So to make sure that they're paying attention towards you, you also have to kind of step back and let them miss you. Let them feel your importance. Right? But be sure that this relationship or marriage is not ending, at least here. No. We have the Ace of Cups. This is your energy over here. Okay. So you are being very, again, you are in the energy of being loving, caring, understanding, but you're doing it from a distance now. Okay. Like, again, I don't feel that despite feeling the truth, despite, feeling the pain, you're being now revengeful towards them, or you are losing hope. No, you're still not losing hope, Libra. But what you're doing over here is that now you are waiting for them in patience, in love, and in a lot of faith. You have a lot of faith, like unshakable faith that things will get fine, and somewhere you are manifesting that into your relationship, right? However, the cup is still not in her hands. It is still like kind of coming into her hands. So the manifestation is not completely done, okay? And that is another message for you, that you should stay as, wherever you are. Do not take many initiatives. Do not give a lot of explanations. Do not try to chase this person. Don't do it. I know your fear will come again and again that if I'll not do it and they'll walk away. It's okay. Stay in the energy of faith and love, and let this cup come to you itself. Do not chase. You can't fly, Libra. Let it come to you. It is coming. There's an importance of divine timing for a reason. Right? This person will pay the attention towards you, but it will happen in time. Right? We have Seven of Wands over here. This is your person's energy. See, definitely they are taking one step at a time, and they're coming very slow, because from Nine of Wands over here, we have Seven of Wands. And, earlier, like, there was a very fiery energy that if you'll come near me, I'll burn you, like, probably just fight with you, say you very harsh words. So from that energy, they come to a little calming energy. They're still kind of defensive because they still have this wall around them. Okay, but it is like one by one from 9 to 7. So one by one, these particular ones, okay, the barriers are falling down. But it's happening slowly, Libra. They're doing it slowly. Okay, they want to make sure that, this connection can work. They want to make sure that whatever they're doing, it is the right thing to do. Because like I told you, this person is not an impulsive person. They're somebody who will, kind of analyze everything and see, if whatever they're doing, it is in their benefit or not. And if it is not, they might not do it. So you have to keep a lot of like patience over here, but know that things will work out over here, okay? It will test your patience a little more, but things will work out, Libra. So don't ruin it by being impulsive, by being impatient. Because like I said, you might end up saying certain things which you might regret later. So it's better that you maintain that dignified distance. I'm not saying fight with them, abuse them, write them those long messages. No point of all of that, trust me. There's nothing that they don't know. They know. They've just been escaping it, but now, no more, right? Alright guys, so now I'll take out 3 cards here and we'll see what universe wants to guide you. But before that, I want to say that even now, after every reading, at least one of you still tells me that, ma'am, whatever you said about my partner, they are my energies, and whatever you said about me, they're my partner's energies. So guys, understand one thing that I always say at the beginning of every video, that energies of 2 people in general readings are interchangeable. They can be vice versa. So, you know, this can very well be your partner who had been, you know, taking extreme efforts, and Libra, maybe you have been taking them little for granted, right? But now, because they are taking this step back, okay, and it's not that they are walking away or they are choosing someone else, no, but they have a lot of love, but maybe they just want you to come forward now, right? And this can very well be you, Libra, who is going towards them, but really slowly, like one step at a time, you know, but you have your eyes on them, you have your eyes on this relationship. So whether this is you or whether this is your partner, understand one thing, that either way this reading is correct, Libra, okay? Like, please be very honest and, you know, choose your part honestly and then claim this reading, right? Don't force yourself to fit into a character to claim the reading. Don't do that, okay? Either way it is correct, right? All right, so 3 cards here and we'll see what universe wants to guide you here, Libra. Let's see. So we have the Princess of Cups over here. We have 4 of Coins here, and we have the Queen of Swords over here. All right, okay. See, we have Princess of Cups, right? This is your energy, okay? And you've been extremely emotional, like a lot of cups with you. Ace of Cups. The Empress also holding a cup over here. And again, we have Princess of Cups over here. You're extremely emotional. And universe is kind of telling you that, Libra, it is beautiful to be emotional. It is beautiful to embrace, you know, your feelings, right? But a little balance in life is also needed, right? Stay emotional, no problem, right? But let your mind also guide you sometimes, you know. Don't always use your heart, because what happens is that you use your heart 100% and the other person probably is not even using 20%. And so what happens is everything they do, you feel it very strongly, you feel it very harshly. Okay, I'm not saying you to change yourself, you know. Being soft is a superpower. It shows how strong you are, Libra, but sometimes a little balance doesn't really harm, you know. Maybe think a bit, okay, before doing or saying something, and try to be a little patient and understand that, okay, if I do this, what will be the consequences for me, if not for anybody else? Will this hurt me more? Will it allow them to disrespect me? Will it allow them to take me for granted even more? You know, am I being extra sweet? There have to be boundaries and limits for everything, Libra. You know, over giving always hurts. Always. Over of everything is bad. Over positivity is bad. You know, you have to stay in the reality, right? So a bit of balance is needed. That's what universe is trying to tell you over here. We have 4 of Coins. This is the energy of your relationship. So definitely, you know, see, this connection is together and it is very much together. You know how, like, all these 4 coins are together, right? But they are together because there is a balance here. Okay, even if this person will open even its one arm, then the balance is disturbed, right? And that's again the message for you, that this relationship will work best, Libra, if you align with your person and you kind of work a bit on your mind and they work a bit on their heart. So if for the cross watchers also, just like how Libra doesn't have to be so emotional all the time, you also don't have to be so practical all the time. Use your heart also sometimes. Bring that empathy within you. That is needed. Only the balance coming from both the sides will keep this relationship alive and together. Otherwise, it will keep falling apart, let me tell you. Otherwise, this pattern will keep repeating itself. So it's really under both of you that how you kind of take this connection forward and bring the balance. But work is needed from both the sides over here. Okay, we have Queen of Swords. Again, see your partner's energy. The Queen of Swords is a very practical energy, guys, like extremely practical energy. Like if you will say anything that I don't like, I will cut your head off. No matter who you are, even if you're my partner, you're my family member, you're a friend, you just cut off from my life. No, that's not how it works. Two people have different kind of soul journeys, they have different upbringings, they have different perspectives in life. Of course, their opinions will differ. If you can't have this basic tolerance and understanding, no relationship will work. And this is the message for the cross watchers over here, that you have a very honest heart. Yes, you do. But you can't always be sitting with a sword in your hand, that if you'll say this, I'm going to give you back. I'm going to snap at you. The other person loses the comfort of talking with you. They feel scared. Right? They feel scared of offending you, of that you'll take things personally, and the whole environment of the home and the relationship, it becomes so serious. Right? The comfort, the energy of being yourself just goes out of the window. And if you can't be yourself in your own relationship, then what is the use of that? If you, in your relationship also, you have to pretend. Are you getting me? So work is needed from both the sides, guys. You have to come 2 steps forward, they have to come 2 steps forward. You have to be a little more practical and they have to be a little more emotional, right? All right, guys, so now what I'll do is that I'll take these cards and I will take out 1 card from this, and we'll see if there is any specific message that universe has. But before that, I want to say that for the people who are coming here every month, you guys are very well aware about the crystal jewelry that I offer. But for the people who are coming here for the first time, I want to tell you why it is important to wear crystals. See, crystals, they come from beneath the earth, right? And Earth is the only planet in our entire solar system which has the power and the magic to produce life, to give birth to life. So you can imagine how powerful our Mother Earth is. And now, because all of these crystals are coming from beneath the earth, so each and every crystal contains the same magic, same power within it, right? Now, if you can find a way to extract these powers from these crystals and you align them with your energies, how powerfully your life can change, right? Now, the best way to do that is to wear the crystal. It's even more powerful than keeping the crystals, because when you wear the crystals, its energies are directly connecting with your energies, right? See, guys, I have been working with crystals since very, very, very long. And I can tell you one thing from my own experience, that they have benefited me in every area of my life. My relationships, my finances, my health, protecting me from these low vibrational energies of jealousy, of negativity, of black magic energies, right? Evil eye. And most importantly, protecting me from psychic attacks. See, psychic attacks are very real, very underestimated, right? They can actually block your blessings and manifestations, let me tell you. Now, what is a psychic attack? Let's say you are sitting very happily, very motivated, and you really want to do something in your life, whether it's in your personal life or professional life, but out of nowhere you start feeling the anxiety, you fall sick, or whatever you were trying to do, suddenly you hear a bad news about it, okay? Now you have panic attacks and suddenly you're like all scattered. Why? Because someone out there is sitting and thinking so negatively about you that they're sucking all your positivity out. We call these people as energy vampires. They can actually suck all your positivity, they can take your blessings, and they transfer their negativity to you, right? Now, crystals, they make sure that they're creating this protective aura around you, defense system around you, okay? Now, also, crystals keep your intuition on point. Now, what is intuition? So, intuition is the pathway between you and the universe, okay? It is that bridge. Now, every time you are stuck and you are seeking guidance of the universe will always reach out to you through your intuition. It is only because of intuition only, I'm able to channelize these messages for you even when I don't know you personally. But what is happening today, that because of all the negativity, anxiety, temptations, greed, psychic attacks, our intuition pathway is blocked. That bridge is blocked, due to all this waste. So what happens is that universe, is not really able to reach out to us. Okay, universe is not able to reach out to us, and universe is, you know, we're not able to get the messages. And so what is happening, that we are cut off from the universe, we're cut off from our source, we're cut off from our home. Now if we are cut off from our home, what happens? We are lost, we're sad, right? That is why world over mental health issues are increasing every day, right? And so crystals, they make sure that your intuition pathway is clear, right? Now, okay, see, there are three most important things that I want you to know before you buy crystals, whether you're buying from me or somebody else. Firstly, please do a little research and make sure you're buying original ones, because a lot of people were selling fake ones. Even few reputed websites are doing that, because it happened with few of my clients in the past, so I know. Second thing, how one crystal benefits one person, it might not benefit another person the same way. Why? Because all of us have different energy systems, different blockages. Just like how one medicine will not solve all the health issues in the world, so same logic, is applied over here, right? You eat medicine according to your illness, according to your diagnosis, right? So same logic applies here. See, the most common example of this is the rose quartz crystal, how world over, it is being marketed as love crystal. And I'm sure most of you must have tried wearing it at least once to attract love in your life. But did it work for all of you? No, right? Why? Because rose quartz might not be your love crystal, it might be your career crystal, right? Let's say I'm wearing this snowflake obsidian over here. If the snowflake obsidian is working for me romantically, the same snowflake obsidian can work for you financially, right? So if you do not know which crystal is good for you and for what purpose, don't worry. You message me on my crystal Instagram page. I will take your details. I will meditate on your energies, and I will let you know which crystal is good for you, okay? Third thing is that please wear the crystals only after they are charged with your specific energies. Now, why it is important? See, crystals, they have the tendency to attract the energies they come across. Now, let's say I come across so many people every day. So my crystal will try to make a connection with everyone. I don't want that. Why? Now, its powers are scattered, okay? But I want all of its powers to be focused only on me, to work only for me. How do I ensure that? I ensure that by carrying out certain intense rituals, okay? That ways I trap its powers for myself. And let me tell you, not everybody can do these rituals, because again, I come across people trying to sell crystals by saying buy from us, they're charged by us. You need to ask these people, charged of what and charged of whose energies? Have they taken your details? Do they know your blockages? Have they meditated on your energies? If no, they know the crystal is not charged and it is of no use to you. See guys, one thing I can promise you 1000%, that crystals have the power to change your life, but you have to be responsible towards them. They are not fashionable jewelries. They are living entities who are always listening to you, protecting you, guiding you, supporting you. They are your guardians, okay? So have faith in them, okay? All right, Libra. So I will now take out one card from this, and we'll see what specific message universe has for Libra here, guys. All right. So we have the barrel, and if you can see barrel, and the message here is you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals, okay? So there's a feeling of lack, and I totally understand that why you are overgiving yourself, because you feel that love is lacking in your life over here, right? And for very few of you, maybe you're financially dependent on this person, okay? And that is also you are feeling the lack of. With love, you're feeling the lack of stability also, few of you, but mainly, it is about love. You're feeling the lack of love, and so you are overgiving yourself, and that is exactly what you do not have to do. The overgiving is over damaging your relationship. Remember that. Step back and let universe take the reign over here, take the lead. The cup, the love will come to you itself. All right, Libra. Okay, guys, so that's it for today. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, then please subscribe this channel. Also, comment here. Please comment here. Here, guys, please let me know how much these readings are resonating with you. Because, see, every time you write something here, your energies are connected with my energies, okay? And every time I'm meditating, those energies are now transferred to you, right? So take benefit of that. Take that positivity, okay? And because like I always say, I may not like really reply to each and every comment, but I read each and every comment, and also like and share the video. And for the people who want to book their personal readings with me, you guys should contact me on Instagram. Also on Instagram, every morning prediction for the day is posted, and every day one person is picked up for a free detailed reading. Okay, so if you're interested, I would be putting the links both for my tarot Instagram page and my crystal Instagram page in the description box below. You can check it out. Okay, so I'll see you guys again very soon. Till then, please take care of yourself. God bless you. Bye.